DJ Ferris.
The Chicago, nigga.
It's the real one.
Hit me.
Only one is pulling shit the fuck up.
That's a good sports talk.
Well, Chris, the Titans were firmly in control of the AFC South, and the Packers firmly in control of the NFC North. And they both ran into a little bit of a problem yesterday. Let's begin with the Cincinnati Bengals. 4 new offensive linemen due to injury. 4 of them. Billy Price pressed into service at center. Price was a first-round pick out of Ohio State in 2018.
Right.
He fell out of the starting lineup this year, been a backup all season long. Price comes in, settles it down. Joe Burrow raved after the game. I spoke to him when they pulled the upset, 31-20, 0 sacks by the Titans defense. It has something to do with the fact the Titans don't have a great pass rush, but still, it's an NFL team, and the Bengals, with a patchwork offensive line, managed to shut them out. And Burrow is just incredible. His numbers from a yardage standpoint were down, but still, he had 25 or more completions in 6 of his 8 games. He set the record for the most completions by a player in his first 8 NFL games. He's still on track.
That shows you, when you protect your quarterback, this is the outcomes you get. When you have a clean pocket, he can sit back there and observe everything and get the football there to the weapons. They protected him very well, and he kept on driving down the field and put him in position to score. Put in the end zone 4 times. And that's how they came out with this win. Because good protection could win games when you can let your quarterback sit back there and go through his reads and get it there.
To set the record for rookie passing yardage in a single season. That was set by Andrew Luck back in 2012. And, Chris, this gets back to a point that you've made in the past. Did the Titans let the Steelers beat them twice?
Yeah, there's definitely, you can certainly question that. But I think they got beat by Joe Burrow legitimately yesterday. I do. You mentioned it, Cincinnati's offensive line, great job kind of weathering the storm there as far as all the injuries, all that. Not a great pass rush. It even shines more of a light on that, I think, for the Tennessee Titans as a weak.
That's the weak spot. Lack of pass rush. When you don't have a lack of pass rush, your offense has to continue to put up points. Because the other teams are going to be able to sit back comfortable and drive down the field against Tennessee if they don't get no pass rush. Vic Beasley and Clowney for to be the 2 pass rushers for them, and they haven't shown that. Clowney has 0 sacks, and I think Beasley has, 1 sack. I think he also has 0 sacks, and he got 3 tackles. It's terrible. When you don't have that pass rush, this is what could happen. You will get picked apart by any quarterback any Sunday or Monday or Thursday when you don't have that pass rush. And this is what could happen.
And then the other thing, too, is, when the pass rush was good, Burrow is just absolutely phenomenal when there is nothing there or when the play breaks down. And to me, that's always the sign of a great quarterback. Yeah. It's easy to hit the wide open guy 4 yards in the flat. Whoa, whoop-de-doo. I could have got Johnny from the high school down the street to do that. What about when everybody's covered and there's people around you? He just thrives in it. He can be surgical, yet he can be an unbelievable playmaker that way. And, gritty, tough win there yesterday, certainly. And you got to be a little concerned with the Titans. Yeah, they made some mistakes. You had the missed field goal. Tannehill throws the interception. We're not used to seeing that. But, man, for a team that I think, both held in that Super Bowl, upper stratosphere, your defense looks like that all the time. It's hard for me to start thinking you're a Super Bowl.
Yes, it's going to be very hard to put you in the Super Bowl conversations. You had the offense, but you need that defense in that front to show up to be able to help you go deep in the playoffs. When you don't have that, your offense has to put up the points to be able to get you there. Because your defense is not going to do it. Like Kansas City, they got a pass rusher Jones. They ain't really they okay defense, but they have a good offense to be able to make up for it. That they Tennessee do too as well. But Rabel is a defensive-minded coach. He wants both of his sides to be playing the same way, but they don't have that pass rush to help them, and that's something they have to take care of. Because that is showing you right there what's the problem on that side of the football.
Team when Joe Burrow and the upstart Bengals are moving the ball up and down the field like that.
And the Bengals go into their bye week, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves, even though they're only 2-5-1. And I asked Burrow about, and it was just kind of a throwaway end of the conversation. Just like, what does this mean for you going forward? And you expect the cliche. Well, we take one game, one day at a time. And
all from Joe Haya.
He said, hey, we have 4 or 5 he went 2 very winnable games. Well, I'd say 4 of them yes, or 3 of them at a minimum, because it's a tour of the teams from the NFC East that they have yet to play, Washington, the Giants, and the Cowboys. At the Dolphins is not going to be a cupcake. And to start this stretch of 4 or 5 very winnable games at the Steelers, that's not very winnable. But they got 2 weeks to get ready for it, and this is their opportunity to send the same kind of message that they sent yesterday. Chris, that was one of my best bets. I looked at Titans giving 5.5, and I thought somebody out in Vegas who set the line must have been drunk or something. How in the hell are the Titans only 5.5-point favorites? Well, as usual, they knew something the rest of us didn't.
Yes, they did.
The Bengals, look, I'm not ready to rule them out.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to